How's it going, everyone? Sinister of the Gamer Section bringing you another review. And today's review is Hypercar's Ramp Crash for PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, PC, and mobile. This game is visually an intense experience built on around speed, impact, and destruction. The game features 7 customizable supercars designed with realistic 3D detail, including high quality textures and cockpit views which you can change from the driver's seat up to the high speed action. What truly sets it apart is the dynamic damage system. Instead of pre-made crash animations, the vehicle reacts in real time, bending, braking, of course exploding, crumbling on how you hit objects like ramps, hammers, or on the ground. This makes every crash unpredictable. The action unfolds across a variety of environments, from forests to deserts to massive platforms over the ocean, all enhanced with lighting and shadows that emphasize scale and drama. On the newer consoles like the PS5, for example, the vibration feedback adds another layer of noise when it comes to impact. Hypercars runs at 60 FPS on the PlayStation 5, and the music is alright but nothing spectacular, and the sound effects are decent but not great. Overall, the presentation here is disappointing. Hypercars is a race and destruction game where you race in different events, which are career, time trial, and freestyle. Career is the more challenging of the three because you have to drive in different environments like deserts, forests, oceans, just to name a few. Time trial explains itself because you're racing against the clock just to get to the finish line. Freestyle, you can just drive around freely around an oversized track. Looks like a kid's playroom, and you just collect jewels after that. Completing races earns you money which you can spend on new vehicles, along with changing the color of your car and the rims of your tires. That's for the controls. Moving around is fine, but holding on the acceleration too long slows your car down. You can hit the nitrous button for extra speed, but not much of an impact there. And also you can play this alone or with another player locally. Sorry, no multiplayer. Overall, the experience isn't great. Where to begin? First off, the graphics look dated with the color scheme looking washed out. It just reminds me of the PS2 OG Xbox, that 7th gen. Next is the haptic feedback, being a liability more than an asset, because I had to turn this off while holding down the accelerator. It was just uber annoying. The career mode is the most frustrating out of the 3 modes, because you'll crash more than you do trying to cruise to the finish line. I'm up for a challenge, but the gameplay itself is just more frustrating. And finally, the experience is just boring because, after a while, this game is just bare bones, and with not another player around to play with, it gets boring really quick. It's just best to stick with better racers out there. And for that, I give Hypercar's Ramp Crash a 2 out of 5. Thank you for tuning in to the best place for independent gaming journalism, and that is the Gamer Section. Be sure to hit like button on the video, and please subscribe to the channel.